Yo. Oh, I may do my sharing thing. La 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 la. Whilst the people see the notifications and join me live. If you're watching the replay, say hello. I was thinking today about how I used to have to really crash and burn in order to take care of myself. Like, share to a group. This is nothing to do with what I want to talk about, but it just popped into my head, so so I'll go there. Yeah, I used to have to like really crash and burn before I took care of myself. And then I noticed today, the reason it came up for me, again, even though this is nothing to do with the actual topic of this live stream, I'm just going to share it because it pinged into my head. I'm getting my teeth whitened, right? So I have my teeth cleaned today. And then I'm going to get them whitened next week, and then they do it all for me and whatnot. And I looked at them today and I was like, actually, they kind of look okay. Like, I don't really think I need to get them whitened. Maybe I'll cancel that appointment. It's quite expensive, blah, blah. And then I was like, hang on a minute, really look at them. So I looked at them and I was like, no, they are still a little bit stained. Obviously, they look fine because I've got my ring light on, so they're like, ding, ding on this live stream. But in real life, like, I can notice there's staining on them. And I'm like, no, I look at myself a lot doing live streams, taking selfies for fucking social media. I'm like, I want to like what I see, and if I feel like I deserve to have whiter fucking teeth, I'm going to have white fucking teeth. And so just share this. Boink. Yeah, so I obviously didn't cancel my appointment. I go next week to have them whitened. But what was funny to me was that little flicker went through my head of maybe I won't have it done. I mean, they're good enough. Maybe I won't have it done. And I was just like, interesting. That definitely would have been where I would have drawn a line before. I would have been like, no, they're good enough now. I'll just leave it as it is. They don't need to be any whiter and any cleaner and shinier than this. This is fine. Whereas now I'm like, no, I want them whitened, so I get them fucking whitened. Do let me know if you're here live or on the replay. I like to talk to the people. It's more fun for me when I have people to talk with, and then who knows where it will go. Right, so this live stream has been prompted by a couple of things that have been going on in my life. The main one being, holy fuck, you implement a system and an automation so that everything goes smoothly. And then ActiveCampaign, who I use for my mail outs, it's like spazzing out. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's showing a user error. Loads of people who signed up to retake it, like loads of alumni. As people buy it, I'm kind of keeping an eye on that, so I'm making sure that they're going in the right place and inputting them manually and stuff. But this is what I mean by, are you willing to get your hands dirty? Because I think sometimes I forget. I'll own it. I forget sometimes that I actually really love what I do and that I love my business. I never forget that I love my business, but sometimes I forget to remind myself to feel the love. And I can sometimes get a little bit all consumed with the processes and all the things that need to be done. And, you know, like any human, I can get caught up in the how and the behind the scenes stuff and all that good stuff. And as my ActiveCampaign is having a special moment, and apparently it's not just mine, it is actually, the system is having a bit of a moment. It's making it more time consuming than it should be. So what should happen is people should buy it, they should get dropped into an automation, they get an email, they end up in the Facebook group, jobs are good, and off we go, content gets delivered. Bam, bam, bam! Very exciting, very flowful. Means that I just get to be in my zone of genius, showing up, entertaining you guys, inspiring people, poking people, kicking them up the butt, getting the shit done, and then people come buy the things and they get to work with me, right? Great. not for this. This has been an absolute fucking ball ache. And I think sometimes we can get caught in this idea of what ease actually means versus, am I willing to do what it takes to do the thing and be the thing and have the thing and deliver the thing that I know I want to. So I know this money mindset program is fucking potent. I'm happy with the people who are signing up. I'm loving, I appear to be reaching like a whole new group of people with this particular round, which is really fucking cool. Loads of the alumni have rejoined to do it as well. So it's going to be like a good, like busy, full, energized container, which I really love. There's going to be lots of engagement. I can already feel that. I can feel that there's going to be some extra stuff I'm going to be dropping in there. I've already added something today that to give people the opportunity, if they want to come and work with me via Telegram, I've given them the option to like upgrade and invest in that if they feel that they want to. So there's loads of little things that I'm thinking about adding into this one, so that people get the 30 days, but then they also get the opportunity, if they want to work with me at a higher level throughout the program. If they want to invest and they actually want that extra support, they can have it. And so I'm really excited about it because it feels fresh, it feels new, even though the content is the same as last time, apart from the 2 live clearings. It feels really fresh to me because I've got all these new ideas about what I want to add and like little extra bonuses and stuff, because, you know, I just get very excited about stuff and I want to create all the things and give you all the things. So there's that's at play. And I was like, maybe this is a sign that I'm just not meant to be running this program. Maybe all this like technological bullshit is a sign that I should actually just refund everyone, not fucking run the program, be done with it. And I'm just like, no, that's just not going to happen, because when I feel in, I know that it gets to happen and it's going to be fucking amazing, because it always is. But that it's one of these programs that is so, in essence, it's very simple, because you just show up each day, you do the task, you do the journaling, you listen to the meditation or whatever it is on that day. There's one piece on each day, or you attend the live call or watch the replay, whatever, do the clearing, which are like super potent. And I've structured it in a way that the work builds, right? Each day the work builds on the day before. So you don't get to, it's not like, oh, why am I doing this? It's like, oh, you get like a few days and it's like, oh, I can see why she had us do that at the beginning. So it's like, now I'm building on that piece and more layers are being revealed because of the way it's structured. And it was so organically structured, but of course I just trusted in the process when I was developing it the first time round. And because I created it as I went, everything just lays so beautifully on top of each other. It's such a beautiful program. And so I know I'm running it. Of course I'm running it, and people are joining and it's great, and the group is building, and it's already like people are already messaging in there and commenting, and it's, you know, it's going to be great. But I could very easily have let this tech glitch get in the way of me doing that. And I think this comes into that place that a lot of people talk to me about, like, how do I know if something is fear? How do I know if something is resistance? And is this resistance because it's something I'm meant to be doing and I'm just a bit afraid of it? Or is it resistance because I actually don't want to do it? You know, like resistance because I'm like pushing against myself, or is it resistance because I'm reaching a new level and there's this like this kind of fear? So the way that in this particular instance I dealt with that was I just allowed myself, and I talk about this quite a bit, I allowed myself to give myself permission to feel into, what if I just let it go? What if I just let it go and I never ran it again and just I just refunded everybody and just was like, I'm done. We're not going to do it. We'll do it again next year or something. And I let myself actually feel into that. And I just felt sad. I was like, I don't want to do that. I didn't feel relief. You know, sometimes I'll feel into stuff like that and I'm like, actually, I really don't want to do this. I'm going to not do it. And I give myself permission to just walk away from something, pivot, change my mind, realign the offering, change it so that it feels better in my body. But with this one, I have so much fun running it, you know, and being in it, that I was like, this is fucking happening. So there's been a lot of stuff going on in the back end, manually adding people, a lot more stuff than I would normally do when it comes to running a program like this. And I just had to have a word with myself and be like, am I actually willing to get my hands dirty for the sake of a few days of like inputting as people buy, because it's going to be for sale because of this glitch. I'm gonna keep the doors open for another few days. You know, even once the program started, you'll still be able to join. And the reason I'm doing that is just because I feel like this glitch has just, energetically, I've been kind of like a bit to and fro with it. Like, there have been moments where I've been like, fuck, I don't want anyone else to sign up because this is such a fucking ball ache. But then getting that in check and being like, no, if 100 more people sign up and I have to sit at my computer for half a day and input these fucking names myself, I will do it, because this program is important to me and I love running it, and it gets to happen and it's happening and I'm doing the thing, you know. So I have got that grit where I will sit and I will fucking do the thing, because I know that there's something, that it's worth it, right? I will hustle and I will grind and I will do whatever if I know that what's at the end of it is worth it and it's something that I actually want to work towards, because I'm focused on the impact that this program is going to have. So this is the first piece. The second thing around this is I triggered myself yesterday. I got triggered by myself because sometimes I'll repurpose content for the Money Mindset launch, because I've done it a few times and I've written some really fucking good content in the past for it. Sometimes I'll kind of scout through and I'll like take snippets and reuse them because they were so punchy that I'm like, well, why not reuse it? That's, you know, who's gonna know? And if they do, then great, they're following my content so avidly that they've noticed I've reused something. I don't reuse content apart from for that. But I'd written all new content. I'd written out my money story. That was completely flow thing. Like, I just, one day I was like, what do I want to share with people about this journey, and how can I reinvigorate and reactivate myself around this program, this container? And so I just started writing about my money story, which you will have seen over the last few days if you follow my stuff. Or if you're on my mailing list, I've been sending it to you peeps as well. And then on top of that, I decided that for the last 3 days, I was also going to send an extra email saying like 3 days, 2 days, 1 day left kind of thing, you know, just to remind people, because I always say this, right? Sell as you buy. I am either, I know I want this and I'm in and I've paid for it and I'm good to go. When do we start? Let's fucking go. Or I'm like, oh, there's that thing, there's that thing, there's that thing, there's that thing. And then it's like, oh, it started yesterday. Shit. Can I please join this thing? Yeah, come on in. Right, so I know that I am an absolute fucker sometimes for waiting until something's been running for a couple of days, and then I like can feel the momentum, the magnetism of the container, and I'm like, fuck, I want to be in there. Let me in. I did it with one of the containers I'm in currently. One of the I'm learning a new modality, and I did it with that. I was like, they'd already started, and I was like, actually, I do want in. Let me in. And so because I know that I do that, I like to give my people a bit of a grace period as well once we've started, so they can kind of like be magnetized in by the pull of the momentum of the container, right? So that being said, because I know that I sometimes need to see things a lot before I finally sign up, I do the same. I make sure people know what's happening. And you would be surprised. There'll be some of you who are watching this like, how can people not know that she's running the 30-day money mindset reset? Like, it's literally everywhere. It's all over my social media, all over my mailing lists, you know, Insta stories, all over my Instagram grid. It's all over my Facebook, in my group. I've been doing loads of live streams. I've been talking about it fucking constantly. There'll be some of you who've noticed and you'll be like, oh my God, of course. How can people not know she's selling this? I shit you not, there will be people who message me and say, oh, you're running the Money Mindset program. When does it start? You know, because what you don't realise is that not everyone takes as much notice of what you're doing as you do. And also, when it comes to selling, I am aware that those of you who follow my work often quite fond of my live stream rants and me doing free tapping events and all of that kind of stuff. And it adds value because you guys get loads of free content, even if it's just me telling a part of my story. I've had messages on Instagram, people reaching out to me, sliding into my DMs, just saying how much it's resonated like whether they've signed up or not to the program. And that's just so, I don't know, I get all goosebumpy because I just go with whatever comes into my head, whether it's on a live stream or whether it's doing some written content. I just go with whatever comes in. And so to know that following and trusting my divine flow and that inspiration has somehow inspired someone else or activated something in someone else. It's like if you're content marketing with heart and you're content marketing from a place of, yeah, of course you want to, like, of course I want to sell my stuff. Of course I want people in my program because it's a fucking brilliant program and I want people to come and do the program because it's going to help fucking change their life and up level their shit around money. Duh. Like, otherwise I wouldn't fucking run it if I didn't enjoy running it. And if it wasn't potent as fuck, I wouldn't enjoy running it. If nothing happened, nothing changed for people, there's no result, I would get very bored very quickly and would never run it ever again. But the reason I love it is because every single time people have the most potent shifts from the most simple pieces of work. Yeah, so it's epic. But what I wrote down here is like selling is of service. Because effectively, when I'm selling something, I show up way more. Not always. Sometimes I just have a flurry of creativity and want to just be around and there's nothing in particular that I'm selling at that time. But when I am selling something, because I'm aligning my energy with a specific number that I want in that container, like how many people I want to impact and how many people I feel energetically I can hold in that container, I'm aligning my energy with that. So when I feel into that each day, I'm like, right, this is who I am. The person who has, like, I don't know, however many people, right? I have a number in mind. I'm not sharing it. I'll let you know when I get there. But say you want to make, it could be the same with money. Say you want to have a 5-figure month and you're like, I want to make 10K this month. So you'd be like, right, it's done. 10K this month. Boom. So step into the energy of that, be it, feel it. Great. And just spend some time with that person, like that frequency running through your body. And the more you do that, you just start to show up as that person. Same with going to the gym. You know, this time last year, I was 20 pounds heavier, which is like, what, 1.5 stone, something like that. And I would look in the mirror and some days I would look in the mirror and I'd be like, fuck, this is going to take forever to get to where I want to go. And I'd have to remind myself, don't look at what you see. Look at what you're going to become. Look at what you're becoming and you get there so much quicker. And also you enjoy the journey and you notice all the little things and you begin to appreciate what you already have, right? So it's like, say I want 100 people in Money Mindset Reset and I had 10. I'm not sure how many. I think there's like about 30 or 40 in there at the moment. But say I wanted 100 and I had 10. I'm not looking at the 10. I'm looking at the 100 and I'm going, right, feeling into that 100. But I'm also being deeply appreciative of the 10 that I've got there. And I'm serving those 10 people like a motherfucker. Same goes for your social media following. Don't have the following you want on social media. Well, don't sit around fucking whinging about it. Start aligning yourself with the frequency of the amount of followers that you want. And then decide. Say you want 1 million followers on Instagram. Well, if you already had 1 million followers, how many times a day would you be posting? What kind of things would you be talking about? How would you be showing up? With what energy would you be showing up to your live streams, to your, would you be doing Instagram lives? Would you be doing more stories? Would you be showing up on Facebook Live? Would you be fucking, audaciously selling your shit? Or would you be going, meekly, apologetically, and then excuse me, I've got something for sale if you want it. Fuck that shit. If you've got 1 million fucking followers and you're making like 7 figures through your business or 8 figures through your business, you're showing the fuck up and you're telling people what you've got for sale, So bear in mind that it doesn't mean, when you align yourself with the frequency of the thing and you get into the energy of it being done, that doesn't mean that you then sit on your ass and don't do anything. Some people might, and that might actually be what they want and what feels really good for them. But it's never really felt that great for me to want something and then just sit around and wait for it. Like, I've just never been really great at that. So I work with my strengths, and my strengths are aligning myself with the frequency and then taking action. And I love doing live streams. I love writing content. I love running programs and work. I love coaching. Like, I fucking love it. And energy work, oh my God, it's like my second language. It's like air to me. So the idea that I wouldn't tell people that I've got stuff for sale is fucking crazy. Why wouldn't I sell my shit? And just know that if you're truly coming from a heart and soul-led place when you're selling, you are giving value, you're providing value. You know, people might watch my live streams over the last week, and I've done more of them right over the last couple of weeks because I've been so activated in this money mindset container, and I've been really excited about selling it. So I've been showing up more. Not because I think, oh, if I do a live stream, I'll make money. It's literally like, I feel like I can't not. Like, I feel driven. I'm like, there's a fire in me to talk to you guys, to communicate, to build connections. And through doing that, adding value, hopefully some kind of activation or inspiration, or someone else feels, inspired to go and do their thing. And then the bonus of it is that usually some people end up signing up for a program that I'm offering, right? But the intention is always coming from, I just really want to fucking do this. Like, if I got on a live stream and I had to sit down and plan out what I was going to talk about and have fucking bullet points and be like, well, I'm selling a money mindset program, so I must only talk about money mindset. I must only talk about X, Y, Z. It's like, I mean, the other day, I had my biggest sales day for the Money Mindset Reset, and I'd done a live stream, and I was basically talking about putting crystals in your vagina. So, had nothing to do with money, unless somehow that's part of your manifestation ritual, in which case, more power to you. But it's just like, get out of your own head. Get out of your own head. Get out of your own way. Show up. Just start talking and see what comes out. Do let me know if you're watching live or on the replay. Yeah, I was talking to my mentor this morning, like, how funny it is that there is still, sometimes I feel like my live streams are just like, so, like, they're entertaining and they're funny, and sometimes they're really like serious and we go in. Other times it's just like this, where I'm kind of exploring something that's happened to me, to share the story so that you guys have, an insight into kind of what's going on behind the scenes, because I just like to be transparent. And I like talking about stuff, and I always really get loads of value when I listen to people that are doing something I want to do, or that I'm like, I'd love to work with. If their free content is really inspiring and activating, I know I'm way more likely to go and work with them. But also, it's like, sometimes I'll just listen to something because I need to activate something inside of myself. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, this morning, I don't know if you saw it, but this morning, if you scroll down in my group or on my personal profile, on my business page, wherever you're watching this, this morning on SoundCloud, I uploaded an audio transmission, which I recorded whilst I was out walking my dog, of course, because that's when I get all of the best downloads. And what I was talking about was the addiction to exponential growth, and how we can get in like a bit of a cycle of feeling like we have to deconstruct ourselves over and over again in order to kind of like reach a new level. And we kind of look at it like it's this ladder that we have to climb, or like the next, like we talk about the next level, like there's somewhere you have to go, you have to move somewhere in order to become that person. So I spoke a little bit about that, and it's only about 5 minutes long. It's just an audio of me talking around that and giving you some nice reframes so that you don't feel like you have to completely either crash and burn or continually invest in like deconstructing yourself. Because sometimes once you've done the deconstruction, it's like, well, why did you deconstruct yourself in the first place? Because you wanted to clear out a load of shit, yes, but why did you want to clear out a load of shit? Because you wanted to step into the person that you know you're meant to be, because you wanted to make more money, because you wanted to lose more weight, because you wanted to have better relationships and friendships and romantic relationships in your life. So I guess it's like reconnecting you with the why. And part of what we do in the Money Mindset Reset is on the, like today, the pre-work's gone live. So they're like, the container's already active, people are already joining, and the pre-work is around setting really potent intentions. Because I was saying this to someone last night, actually, I think it was to my my Muay Thai trainer. I was like, a lot of what I do is intention. A lot of the work I do with people is intention. I get them to decide what is going to happen for them and who they are stepping into before we even start the session, before we start the work. If you do the spiral with me, I send you a full questionnaire and an intention setting video so that you set potent intentions, because when we're working, when we remember fucking quantum, baby, it's already happened. I'm already claiming it. I know what I want, which timeline I'm stepping into. And because there are multiple outcomes, because there are multiple timelines, and if you wanted to, you can move forward, backwards, sideways, whatever the fuck you want. With the spiral or with any of the work that I do with people, intention is so important. Because once you've named and claimed what you want, it's done. As far as I'm concerned, you say you want something, it's done. And our work is just almost like the rite of passage that gets your brain, your energetic and your emotional system on board with what your spiritual self already fucking knows that you want and you are and you need. And so in the Money Mindset Reset, one of the bonus resources is I did an audio around how I use journaling. And I think a lot of people will get stuck in just journaling out all of the shit, and it's almost like going to talk therapy, you know, and you just like kind of regurgitate the same thing over and over again, and you just kind of talk yourself around in circles. People can kind of get into that cycle with journaling. So one of the bonuses, this is a bonus, this isn't even in like the official program content, this is a bonus, is that I have delivered in there an audio that is around how to use journaling to actually move through something, and what, like, giving you a structure that if you are someone who knows that you wish you were journaling more regularly but you just don't really know where to start, that bonus in and of itself is fucking life-changing. Because as soon as you understand that journaling is not actually about just continually digging and finding more shit to clear, it's actually about finding the pieces that are alive for you right now, moving through those and coming out the other side. Why do we do any of these processes? Why do we go through the spiral? Why do we do the money mindset program? Why do we have clearing? Why do we go to therapy? Why do we go to the fucking gym? We do it because we want the result. We want what lives on the other side of it, and we know we're following our soul, taking that nudge and we're following that path there. If my soul suddenly decided I needed to start doing fucking yoga, then I would start doing yoga, right? Like if I'm aligning with a certain level of fitness and physique and weight and like energy that I want to be showing up as in the world, when I align with that frequency, I follow what feels good to me right now. But if it suddenly went, oh, and you should probably be throwing in a yoga session once a week, then I would begrudgingly do it, but I would do it. Oh, yoga. I know it's good for you. I know. But you know, I like to hit the things. So we do it because we want the result. And I think sometimes in the spiritual world, we can get a little bit, get caught in a shame spiral around it. We can kind of feel like, I shouldn't want the results. I should be contented with the journey. And as far as I'm concerned, why not have both? Why not want the thing, enjoy the journey, and get the thing, and then enjoy having the thing? Like, isn't that the ultimate? Why does it have to be one or the other? Why is it like, oh, well, it's like when people say to me, you know, if an artist comes to work with me and they're like, oh, you know, but I got told and I've had it kind of drilled into me that if I do something that I love, I'll never make any money. And it's like, well, who decided that? Because it's absolute bullshit. Like, it's just lies from the devil, as Amanda Francis would say. But it's just, it's so crazy to me that we just take on these beliefs. Like, and it happens in the spiritual world, like, I'm a healer, I can't possibly make money from being a healer. It's like, why not? Like, you're offering such a valuable service to people and artists. Like, without art of any kind, you know, any of the arts, visual, the performance, like whatever your art is, we can't survive without it. We need it. It enriches our lives. We need beautiful things. We need art. It helps us, you know, whether we're creating it or whether we're witnessing it and like engaging with it, it helps us understand ourselves. It helps us feel parts of ourselves that maybe we couldn't feel without watching that movie or seeing that beautiful painting, or, you know, watching that piece of theatre, hearing that piece of music that activates a frequency in us that like makes us bubbly snot cry. You know, we need art, we need healers, we need all of this stuff. And yet for some reason, there's like this kind of paradigm where it's like the creative arts and healing and alternative therapies are like, oh, well, we won't charge too much. And I'm just like, Holy Mother of Mercy. There are ways of structuring a business where you can like help people for free. You can do free content because your needs are taken care of financially by the people who want to invest in you in a higher level. The people who invest in me at the higher level mean that I can offer things at that level where they want to work with me and they get a lot of access to me, and then things like the Money Mindset Reset or the Lunar Tapping Circle that are a much smaller investment. You still get a lot of me, to be fair. Like, I am all in when I'm doing my clearings and stuff, like I am totally with you. But you know, you can't message me any time of the night or day like my private clients can, you know. So you can structure things so that you get to help all of the people. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I charge X amount and that means I'm a fucking elitist scumbag or whatever. Although I'm fine with being elitist scumbag. I'm fine with not being one, right? I've done the clearing around this shit, as you can probably tell. I'm fine with it. But yeah, that was just basically a rant. I don't even know where that came from. Where did that come from, Eva? You were watching. Where did I begin? Where did I begin and where shall I end? Hi, Alanda. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Stuart. So that's all of the things I have to say about that. Now, you can have access to me for the next 30 days in the Money Mindset Reset. If you haven't already signed up and you feel even slightly inclined to sign up, just fucking do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. There's payment plans. It's so affordable on the payment plans. You don't have to be an entrepreneur or business owner. I have people who are in full-time work, who are single parents, who, you know, like, people from all walks of life do this and get results, because it's really about intention. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things about this program, is that you begin to realize that all the places where you felt like you have to work really hard or prove yourself, or you have to offer something in exchange for money. And actually, when we realize that we get to exchange things for money, and it's a fucking honor and privilege to do so, to be able to like create stuff and then get money for it is fucking cool, right? But then even if you're not in a position where that's a reality for you, you can still really shift your relationship with money to the point where it just starts to come in. Maybe you get that promotion at work. Maybe your husband gets a promotion at work, or your wife gets a promotion at work, or maybe you fucking win the lottery, you know, like maybe you win something on a scratch card, or you get a refund, or you find a voucher that you completely forgotten about, or, you know, like like Emma, who was on the other day, it's like finding £5 and £20 just like in the tumble dryer and stuff. So these things can start to happen because you're loosening your grip on what you think is realistic about how money gets to come to you. So when we start to loosen the framework and allow your subconscious to have a bit more space, allow the universe to be creative, we allow space for magic and cool shit starts to happen. And for me, those moments are so magical that they make me so happy. That's why I'm running this program again. So jump on in. The link is in the title of this live stream. I cannot wait to get you started. The pre-work's already live, so if you join like right now, you're still in with a chance of winning that one-to-one session with me. So anyone who signs up for this round goes into a prize draw, and you have the chance of winning a 60-minute one-to-one session with me, which is normally valued at £500. So it's well worth the investment to come and do the Money Mindset Reset and potentially get that one-to-one with me. So get your ass in there. I'm so excited. Pre-work's in there now. As soon as you sign up, you get an email with 3 bonus videos. The journaling bonus is already live in there. The pre-work is already live in there. Day 1 goes live tomorrow at 9:09 a.m. UK time tomorrow morning. So if you're feeling the tickle in your nethers, get your butt in there. Get your nethers in there. Oh, do you know it's worth it just for day 3 and 4? Day 3 is the most fucking powerful meditation I've ever recorded in my life. It's so fucking good. And day 4 is one of the first... Well, it's the first live clearing session. So, oh yeah, baby. Get your butts in there. See you there. Bye.